Behind me, we have our new 210 P-Tier excavator. We're actually bringing a press out here for a press event in preparation for when we launch 3 new models at ConExpo this March. The 210 P-Tier, the 230 P-Tier, and the 260 P-Tier. There isn't a whole lot on the new Deere excavators we haven't touched or haven't thought about or taken that customer feedback to try to make it a more positive experience.
If you're a construction pro, be sure to sign up for our daily newsletter to get the latest updates in the industry.
So let me walk you through some of the ideas, features, and technologies that are available on every model in our midsize lineup, starting with these 3 machines. The first is really in kind of keeping what we've already got. So we still have JDLink connectivity enabled through Operations Center, free from subscriptions, free for the life of the hardware. That's what we have today, and we're continuing going forward. But what we add in there is something that really comes from our G5 or G5 Plus display, the primary monitor in the machine, something we call remote display access. So again, enabled through Operations Center, all you need is a signal anywhere in the world. You can use it on your phone, your tablet, or your computer. But what that does is it allows you to see what the operator sees. Now that could be customer to customer, customer to dealer, customer to OEM, anywhere in between. If there's something that needs to be addressed, we don't have to travel out to the machine. Maybe for a simple machine setting, very, very simple to do. I can just remote display into the machine and get that machine set just right for that operator. Or we actually have some control capability in there as well. So the way that that looks is through Operations Center. We actually send a request. The operator has to accept it before we can remote into the machine. But now, if I need to change a setting, maybe there's an operator with a language barrier, for example, or an operator who has that do-it-for-me mentality, I can actually do the control of remote display access. I can change that setting and get that machine up and running for that customer as well. Where this really comes into play is a lot of our standard technology. Not only just having a new hydraulic system, giving us faster cycle times, better fuel efficiency. We're gonna have a lot more in every single midsize P-Tier model. So we're gonna have things like 2D grade control that can be easily upgraded down the road. We're gonna have virtual fences. We're gonna have machine damage avoidance. We can actually protect the cab front, the cab roof, as well as the boom, let's say in a transport position. When we start adding couplers and buckets or longer attachments, it's very easy to contact the machine when you're operating with those. So you can turn on machine damage avoidance, and it's adjustable. You can set that from anywhere from 0 to 39 inches, whatever the operator prefers. Or if you're in a situation where you don't want to go back in and adjust that, we have programmable buttons on our joysticks to override, say, a virtual fence. I need to swing a little bit further. Or a machine damage avoidance. I need to get a little bit closer to load that truck. But there's more than that too. We'll have SmartWeigh, which is a Deere designed payload weighing system on our excavators. It's super simple to use. We'll also have a Deere exclusive feature called Easy Control that's targeted at the lifting and craning applications. So what Easy Control does is it eliminates the need for the operator multifunction. It's basically parallel lift vertically as well as horizontally. So one joystick is up and down, the other joystick is in and out. A lot of times you'll see when you're lifting a structure down into a trench box, down in a hole, you kind of see an operator grab their mic or their walkie-talkie and they're communicating with the labor that they can't see down in there. Well, when the machine can lift straight up and down or straight in and out, when you see just a little bit more, Easy Control literally makes it easier for the operator to keep that machine running efficiently and keep the labor down in the hole safe. Those are just some of the features that we have available kind of on every midsize model. But when we get to full 3D Smart Grade, another thing that we've expanded is now we have the ability to not only get TopCon, but Leica ecosystems all into the primary display of the machine. If you don't get it from the factory, you can easily upgrade that in the field afterwards as well. The operator experience, huge focus on that. We've got a completely redesigned cab. That's the same cab, same control layout, same features available on every midsize machine. So when operators jump from one machine to another, they can rely on that muscle memory. they are familiar with the controls of that machine. It's going to help them be productive versus having to go back and relearn some of that. When it comes to kind of that durability, undercarriage is an area where the longer we can make that live, the happier a customer is going to be. So we've done some things for convenience, such as larger steps or easy to access the greaser for track tensioning, because track tensioning is really important when it comes to the longevity of an undercarriage. So we look at the undercarriage as a system down to the individual components as well. Take the upper roller, for example. The way that mounts, it wasn't very easy to service in the field. Typically we had to split the tracks, and it creates a lot of time, and the customer is waiting to get their machine back up and running. So the way that upper roller mounts now, those bolts are now horizontal, eliminating the need to split those tracks or spend any more time than we need to service that component. Think of the track chain, the links and the bushings. The links, we've added more material for longer life. We've made the pins in those bushings harder, giving it better wear properties. So we don't wear through the hard material on the outside, and once that goes away, we see accelerated undercarriage wear. But we've done a lot of things with the components to make this undercarriage live as long as possible, even from just the way you scrape the tracks. We've increased the angle of the track frame rails, so not only does it shed material better, but when it does stick, it's easier to scrape off. There's less pockets in the undercarriage for that dirt to get trapped off once we scrape it back towards the back. And that's going to make things better as we take that machine and transport it down the road so that we don't have any rocks or debris falling off the machines. That all factors in to the durability of the undercarriage. Same goes with some of the arm tip durability. That pin and bushing that's in there, an excavator is digging day in and day out, and that is down in the dirt with highly abrasive materials, creating wear. Well, when that wear is out, a lot of times we see if it gets too far, we have to go into a costly line boring procedure to build it back up, tighten everything back up, and extend the life of that. With our new design, we've got a serviceable bushing with a nice thick flange with plenty of wear surface to it, and there's better grease distribution around that pin. The bushing has been hardness matched to that pin to make that joint live as long as possible. And we're testing all of this in the field with real customers. And that is where we're getting the confidence these machines are dependable and durable, and we're hitting that mark. We cannot wait to go into more detail at our booth in ConExpo here in March, and hopefully we'll see you there.
For more videos like this, click the playlist on the screen now.